Hello.
Hi.
Happy
Wednesday.
Welcome back to the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel. My name's Alicia.
And I'm Lauren.
I feel like we're on a talk show.
I know.
We introduce like
but
that.
we never have the same intro.
I know. It's like slightly different every time. Sometimes we sing, sometimes we're dancing, sometimes we're not ready. Sorry for the 2-minute delay. We've been filming all day and just doing a lot of stuff today.
Yeah. We've been doing a whole lot.
Staying busy.
But I hope you guys are ready for today's craft. We are going to be doing a last minute Dollar Tree Father's Day gift. If you have not gotten the father in your life or the father figure in your life, anything, or haven't put anything together yet and you're struggling to come up with an idea of what to do, I really hope that this is I feel like this is one that they've been done before.
Right.
It's not like it's anything new, but we are also going to be teaching you all, we're going to be doing etching on glass on top of putting this little lottery ticket bouquet together.
Yes.
So we're going to be diving into best practices for etching on glass. I feel like we just etched on glass last week, but
it's a curved surface.
Yes,
So
we're working
that
with a
makes
curved
it-
surface.
That makes it different. And you're going to have, this is what Tanner loves this about having 3 of us.
Yeah.
Because we all have different takes on like things that we prefer and like how we apply things and how you can get a similar result by doing different techniques. So that's going to be cool for you if you watched last week to see like how you would do it.
Right.
Instead. So love that for us. And also, you said Father's Day, but like I'm feeling you can incorporate this into like birthday gifts or
graduation, which I know we've already,
Yes.
like graduation's already passed, but like last minute birthday gifts or something fun. I mean, there's so many different ways you can do this, and you don't have to just do it with like lottery tickets. There's so many
Right.
different things you can do it with.
Yes, love that. So lots of people here with us today.
Shout out to Beth Ann. Hi, I'm a new subscriber. Well, thanks for
Oh.
subscribing.
Hi.
How are you?
Tab's here. Just in case you guys were wondering, Tabitha had her baby. He's, well, how many weeks is he? 3 weeks? Am I even
Yeah.
behind?
I don't know.
He's like a full baby now.
He was a full baby when he came out.
He's Earth side. So congratulations to Tabitha.
Congrats.
She's been living that 2 under 2 life. Well, Blair, her youngest, is 2.
Yeah.
So, you know, but it's a struggle out there. It's a struggle with a toddler. So
Yes.
anyways, we're super excited. So we are running a special today.
Yes.
It's the Father's Day sale. So this will be running through Father's Day. And it's
Through Sunday.
Yes, which is, I keep forgetting that Father's Day is Sunday. So anyways, it's 30 off our yearly membership. I'm saying that right? I'm just making sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And it is code FLASH30.
30.
So if you're new here and you're like, what's your yearly membership? We are basically a subscription service for crafters. So we've got cut files, fonts, classes.
Over 13,000 cut files.
Yeah, like all the things you need if you're a Cricut user to like right at your fingertips. And we have a website with everything that you need on it. When you become a member, you get access to those. You can use them freely. You can sell them if you want to. When I say sell them, I mean use them to make crafts to sell.
Right, because you get commercial use licensing.
Right. So very exciting stuff. So if you're brand new and you're like, I don't even know you all, that's fine too. You can just watch and you'll
Watch and learn.
Yeah. So anyways, does anybody have questions so far? This craft is, I mean, I don't feel like this is super difficult. This is like a really good beginner friendly craft.
And I just now realized I'll show you guys the bouquet and then we're going to take it apart.
Yeah.
And then we'll put it back together.
That's totally fine too.
Because the reason being, and I'll tell you, you know what? Let's just go ahead and
Start.
let's
do
just go
it.
ahead and jump over here and
Okay.
I'll explain it to you. So this is what we are going to be making today. We are going to be making a last minute Father's Day DIY, I guess you call it a lottery ticket bouquet, but we do have etched glass. So if we go overhead, you can see that I have taken this, and this is all, other than obviously like the lottery tickets and stuff, all this stuff that we have here, you can find at Dollar General, except for the
Armor Etch.
Armor Etch. You can't get at Dollar General. But this beer stein we did get at Dollar General. So what I was saying is I'm going to have to take this. They only had one. I remember they only had one when I went there. Of the glass ones. So we're just going to, I was going to show you guys this. We're going to take all this up and we're just going to etch on the back side of this too.
Yeah, same diff.
Same diff. So they can hold it this way or this way.
And I can never decide when I'm making mugs and stuff. I'm like, do I want to look at it or do I want everyone to see my message? So it'll be great. They can have it on both sides.
They can have it on both sides. Do you hold it with your right hand or do you hold it with your left?
I don't know. You know I'm ambidextrous. So it's whatever I'm feeling that day.
Every time I hear ambidextrous, I think of amphibious.
I'm amphibious. I use both hands.
Okay, so with that being said, you do need some type of glass. Now you don't have to use a beer stein. I thought I liked the area that I had to work with this glass. So that's why I did get this. You are going to need some foam squares, and we'll go overhead and show you guys. These foam squares specifically, they came from Amazon. I know that Dollar Tree has like the foam tape. I didn't buy any because I knew that we had some at the office that we had purchased, but you can get these at Dollar Tree. I did get some tissue paper. This came from Dollar Tree. Love getting tissue paper from Dollar Tree. They have them in the coordinating packs, or you can get them in just packs of plain colors. You are going to need some skewers. Once again, you can find these at your local Dollar Tree. We do have some just little pieces of floral foam here that are going to go in the bottom of your cup. Now, this is also something that didn't specifically come from Dollar Tree. This is a little bit of an extra something that I did, and I'll show you guys here. You don't have to have this extra behind your lottery tickets. I just feel like it gives it a little bit of a, like it takes it to the next level.
It looks more put together, I think.
I do think that it does look a little bit more put together. This specific glitter cardstock did not come from Dollar Tree. If you all have been around our channel, you know that we are obsessed with Ashley Falco's shed-free glitter cardstock. But just in case you guys didn't know, we'll go back to one. Dollar Tree now has glitter cardstock, and the reason that I know they have it is because I tried to sublimate on it and it didn't work.
It did not.
Has that video gone out yet?
No, no, I don't think so.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the results. Because you can sublimate on glitter cardstock, just not that one.
I plan to cut with it I had a video lined up to film today, and I plan to cut with it.
Well,
so
see,
I didn't
even get around to cutting with it, so I don't know how it cuts. I just know that it does not sublimate.
It will not.
It will not.
It was worth a good college try, though.
You know, I gave it a really good try. So anyway, the other two things that you are going to need, we'll go back overhead. You are going to need a standard grip mat. This is just going to be for cutting your cardstock and your either stencil vinyl or removable vinyl, whichever one you plan on using. I do have some of the StarCraft Star Mask is what it's technically called. This is their like masking vinyl for painting, things like that. I just had it because it was easy for me to grab instead of having to like dig through the bin. We have a scrap vinyl bin, so instead of having to dig through the scrap vinyl bin to find a size that I knew would fit, I just grabbed this because it was quick and easy. However, you all can use just regular scrap vinyl, doesn't matter what color, to make a stencil. And then the star of the show is going to be the Armor Etch. This is something that can be found on Amazon. You can get it at your local craft store, lots of different places that you can get Armor Etch, but this is going to be the star of the show, and we are going to show you how you can etch glass today without having to use a laser. Love that. Okay?
Love it.
So, who is ready to get started? We'll go ahead. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them for me in the comments. I am unfortunately going to go ahead and take this apart.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You guys, behind the scenes, little behind the scenes.
I'm just taking it all out together.
Yeah, and it just molded.
Listen, I love when past Lauren really helps out future Lauren.
Yes.
I knew what I was doing, putting the tissue paper in the bottom and then wrapping it all together so I can just take it all out. So we're just gonna set this to the side.
Lauren's been dying to scratch those lottery tickets, y'all.
Y'all, I've literally asked Alicia, can I scratch those yet? Do I have to wait till after the live to scratch those? Like, can I scratch them yet?
Yes.
So
we may win the lottery on the live stream today.
We may just scratch them on the live and see if we win the lottery today.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun.
Kim asked, can you use the etching cream on plastic, like plastic water bottles? So no, you cannot use it on, it actually says it on the back. Armor Etch will not etch plastic or some Pyrex. So it does have to be, so Pyrex is like your fire tested, you can use it in the oven glass. Armor Etch sometimes will not etch that because it's got like a coating on it. So it does have to just be glass. You cannot etch plastic with Armor Etch.
That's how you know Pyrex is good.
That's when you know it's good.
The edge cream can't even etch the glass
The edge
Pyrex.
cream can't even touch it.
And we've had some questions before about stainless steel, like using this to etch stainless steel. You cannot use Armor Etch to etch stainless steel. Just make sure you all are reading like the back of the labels. Anytime you're trying to etch anything or like use a new substance or chemical, make sure like you're getting the correct ones.
Yes. I'm going to, if you don't care, ask you to run out and grab me one of our burnishing tools that actually has something to keep this steady.
Yes, I feel you.
Okay. So what we're gonna do first, while she's going to grab that for me, I'm gonna go ahead and take out my measuring tape and I'm gonna measure the area that we are gonna be working with to see exactly how large I can do. So really and truly, we're looking at like 3.5 to 3 inches by like 5-ish. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Also, if y'all don't have one of these, what are you doing? Because this right here is a game changer for me.
Yeah. Those
Now, with this beer stein, this handle is a little heavier. So it may fall over to the side, but I can't remember what I did last time to prop it up, but you can like put some stuff under here. See if this will, oh, look at there, prop that up like that. Would you look at it?
Love the innovation.
Okay, so we said we were looking at 3.5 inches in width and about 5 inches in height. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna hop over to Cricut Design Space. And I have this here, but what I want to do is I want to grab a shape, pull this in here, and we said I'm going to unlock it. We're going to do a width of about 3.5 and a height of, let's say, 5. Well, let's change the width to 4. I think we can work with 4. There we go. And then you can either leave it there as a basic cut, or you can come up here and you can turn it, oh, not that one. You can turn this into a guide so that you see where you are working.
Carrie's asking about Christmas bulbs and Armor Etch. Lauren, you did that last year.
Yes. You can use Armor Etch on the glass Christmas ornaments. That would actually be really pretty if you hand paint your ornaments and like etch a little spot and then like paint around it or do the like outline of the etch. Would be super, super pretty. But you can etch the Christmas bulbs. It is doable.
Yes.
Very much so. The only thing that I have seen with the Christmas bulbs being etched, I did if you put glitter inside of them, remember I did the Santa baby one?
Yeah.
And it's like when you put the glitter inside of it, if you do like a glitter Christmas, Christmas ornament, it's like the etching kind of like disappeared.
Yeah, you can't see it.
You can't really see it. It has to stay clear for you to be able to see the etching.
Right.
Or you have to color your etching, which I don't like doing.
Yeah, we don't like the color etching. It's not our favorite.
It's not a fan favorite here at Maker's Gonna Learn. But, you know. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop over to our website in just a second. Kim says to paint the inside. It's one of those things like you have to be very careful with doing a solid. It's very, I don't
Yeah,
know.
once
when
you cover
etch.
that inside layer, it just kind of like vanishes. Like
For
you
some
just
reason.
can't see it good. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go to our cut files section, and since we are doing a dad themed bouquet today, I am going to show you guys what I do when it comes to choosing my files, especially from our website, if it decides it wants to go there.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes. I'm going to exit out of all of this. So what I like to do, if I don't know where I want to go or I don't know what direction I'm going in, I will come up here and I will just search my files. So I will type in, you can type in dad, you can type in father, you can type in, and I for sure, if I were you all, just because let's say you're looking for something that's related to graduation, type in graduation, look and see what we have, go back and just search grad and see if there's
Right.
anything different.
Yeah.
Because there may be something named like with father, or there may be something with the name dad in it or daddy. So we're just gonna search dad at first. This is walking you all through my process and how I do this. So from there, we're just going to choose our file. There are so many of these files that were super cute. I had a hard time choosing which one I wanted to use. I really liked this Real Cool Dad one, but I thought that it would be a little more difficult to figure out like which part we were etching, which part we were not.
It would be hard to weed that.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're just gonna keep scrolling. The one that I did use was a dad joke one, and it says I keep all my jokes, like my jokes are officially dad jokes. That would be really cute for like a first time dad.
Oh,
That would be so cute for a first time dad. There it is. I keep all my dad jokes in a database. I liked the punniness of it.
I like it.
But there are so many other ones that we have that are great. There's another one, and I can't find it right now, and I'm not necessarily going to look for it, but it said something to the effect of, Dad, you've always been like a father to me.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was so punny and so like, I don't know, just dry humor. And
I love that.
I'm a big like dry humor person. But anyway, to download a cut file from the Makers Gonna Learn website, what you're gonna do is you can either you can click this and open it up. I don't hardly ever do that. What I do is I just come down here to this button right here. It's the little arrow pointing down. You're gonna click that. It's going to download here at the bottom. You're gonna double click it because it is a zip file. And then we're gonna open that up, and then we're gonna pop back over to Design Space. We're gonna go to Upload. We're going to View All. Oh, I don't want to view all. We're gonna Upload Image. Duh, Lauren. And you can either browse, or one of my favorites is dragging and dropping. So here we are wanting the SVG because we are going to be cutting this today. So we want to work with the SVG version of this file. So we're gonna click this and pull it. And when this back here turns green, we know we're good to release. So once we release, it is there. You can upload that, and it is in your uploads. You can see here, I didn't have to do that again. I could have chosen this one where I have already uploaded it into my cut file library in Design Space, but I wanted to make sure for those that are new to our channel, you know exactly how we upload these files, okay? So I'm just going to select that. We're gonna add that to Canvas. And now you can see it pulls in, and let's just get rid of this guy. It pulls in here, and now we can size this to fit it within our guide. So we can size this down to make sure it fits. Now, I don't have to worry about centering this, aligning it, nothing like that, because we're gonna do that manually when we place our stencil onto our cup, okay? So this is literally the only Design Space work that we are doing today. It is measuring our blank, putting our guide in Design Space, and dragging and dropping a file and making sure it is sized properly. That's it.
And then our lottery ticket backers.
Oh,
But that's like very basic.
I forgot about those.
I figured you'd get to it, but.
Well, I figured while the armor etch is sitting on our glass, we'll get to sizing our the backers for our lottery tickets.
Because it takes a minute to etch.
Did we bring the lottery tickets in here? Or are they out on the desk?
They're on my desk. I'll be right back.
Okay. So now that we have this size the way that we need it, I'm going to delete out the guide. And then I am just going to, let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Actually, we're going to go on to make it. So I know that I need a 4 by 5-ish piece of stencil vinyl. We're going to go to continue. Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move my cup out of the way for just a second. And I'm actually just going to be using this on, I'm going to be cutting this on, not smart vinyl either.
Stencil?
We'll just, premium vinyl removable matte is what I normally cut it on.
Yeah, it cuts on that too.
So, stencil vinyl, premium vinyl removable matte, any of those will work. We're just going to see where we're sized at. That's a little big, but it'll work. We're just going to cut this piece off.
We have a friend here. Their screen name is Raven Skull Manor. I'm sure that's not your real name. If it is, are you a biker? I feel like that's a very edgy name. But his name is Dave from Essex in the UK, has had a maker for a month now. So, like, I feel like a Cricut newbie, which is awesome. This is a perfect project for someone who, like, just got their Cricut.
For sure.
Because I feel like we're doing vinyl, we're working with a new medium like the armor etch, and we're working with cardstock. So you're kind of getting a little bit, dipping your toes into like a few different things. So this will be a good project for you.
So I'm actually going to go back to edit here on my share screen. I have like 8 inches of vinyl that I can work with. I'm actually just going to kind of move this down more toward the middle so I can make sure that I cover like all the sides and everything of the cup just to be a little bit more on the safe side. So now I'm going to hit done and we're going to go over here to our machine, load our vinyl in. I am cutting this on default pressure. And then once that is ready, we're just going to hit the play button. Does anybody have any questions so far?
No one has said anything. You all are very quiet in the comments today.
So quiet.
Normally everybody's kind of chit-chatting over here, which is fine. I guess it's good that we don't have questions. So if you guys have questions, feel free to pop into the chat box at any time and ask us. I'm in here. Sadie's in here. Cin's in here sometimes. She might be busy today.
No, she was in here earlier. I'm going to have to use your stabby eye paintbrush because I had a paintbrush in my hand and I don't know where it went, but I don't feel like asking you to get up and go get another one.
Our stabby eye paintbrush. Yeah, last week we had that paintbrush and I said it's too long. It like pokes you in the eyeball. This is what Raven Skull Manor. We figured out what it is. So he says it's a Halloween haunted house in his garden. They've raised over 1,700 euros with 1,100 visitors over the last 2 years, and the money goes to the local hospice.
Oh, how nice.
That's very cool. Listen, we love charity as well as haunted. Like
Halloween.
So, yeah. Anything that combines the two, I love that. That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, we have a question. I'm having trouble putting my logo on display jewelry cards. Can somebody help me? Beth Ann, you're in the right place. Today's video is not going to cover that, but we do have lots of videos on the channel. Let me see if I can find you one that talks about like attaching like images to print and cut, I guess would be, or attaching. Are you wanting to like write out your name? Do you have a logo? You can always email us at hi@makersgonnalearn.com and we can directly talk to you through email, which is really nice.
That way we can give you a lot more one-on-one assistance.
Yes, for sure. If you're late, we're just getting started. Don't worry.
Just getting started.
Yep. And you
just waiting on our Cricut.
You can always just go back. These videos stay on the channel, so y'all can go back and watch it. And even we typically try to repost them on Fridays without all the commentary too. So if you're not a live stream type of person, that's fine. You can rewatch it on Fridays normally.
Okay. So now that we have our vinyl cut, one thing that for those that may not have made a stencil with vinyl, normally what we're gonna do is we're just gonna automatically come here and like take off the outside. But that is not what we want to do in this instance, because we want the letters and the words to be what are etched. So we have to come in here and get rid of all of the letters and the words. And then we're gonna take our transfer tape and transfer it over to our cup. Transfer tape.
I just used some.
It's fine.
I just had some. I just used it for our filming.
I know.
We filmed a Dollar Tree video for you all. It's a fun one too.
It's a very fun one.
It was like Dollar Tree crafting.
I keep all my Yes, Jennifer, you are, listen, we're just now getting into the good stuff. We really are.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so while Lauren is weeding, if you all missed the beginning of our live stream, our Father's Day flash sale has begun. So right now we're offering you $30 off of our yearly membership. So if you're new here, we are a subscription-based crafting community, and basically we give you all the tools that you need to craft with your Cricut. So if you're like, I have a Cricut, I've not opened it, I'm not really even sure what I'm supposed to do, and you've been watching all these videos like you are today, and you're like, I really want to like learn how to do this well, membership is going to be perfect for you. We have all the cut files you need. We've got fonts you can use. When you become a member, you get commercial license. So if you're like wanting to sell your crafts, you can use all of our images and things like that, which is really cool. And we do like exclusive member content. So we'll have like, we call them master classes, but they're basically just a Zoom call, and you all Zoom to us. We can talk to you directly. We craft along with you. A lot of times y'all will craft like with us, which is really fun. And we've just started doing this like, what has it been, like 4 months we've been doing that?
Something like that. Which, speaking of, we have one tomorrow.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This is like, we're throwing it back. So tomorrow's is a, y'all have probably seen it. And they were popular, I want to say, I don't know how long ago it's been, but it is basically taking tin cans, we're crushing them, like flattening them, making little tin can pockets, painting them, adding flowers.
This is truly like we're going to be old school crafting tomorrow.
It's like taking it way back. So, and it's a 4th of July craft. It's very, very cute. I love an old school craft. It's just my favorite. And we're doing it on like a little wood sign. There's florals involved and paint and all the good stuff. So if you're a member, make sure that you guys tune into that. It's out 1:30 tomorrow evening. So, and that's Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully we will see y'all there. We usually have a good crowd for our master classes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say we have close to 100 where we're getting up there most of the time. So it's pretty fun.
Okay.
All right.
Took me a minute.
You wait, it's in your hair.
That's okay. Well, it'll be fine.
Look at it.
Where's it? Oh, I see it. I see that now.
It's hanging.
It was hanging in my hair.
Hanging.
Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our transfer tape. We're gonna cut some off. Good enough. Let's trim this down some.
That'll do.
That'll do, pig. Okay, does anybody have any, what time is tomorrow's master class?
1:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Ray says, why are we cutting on default and not more pressure? Well, we're using just regular stencil vinyl, so there's no need to do more pressure.
Yeah.
The only time I ever use more pressure is if I've used a cut setting that matches the material I'm using and it's just not cutting through.
Yeah.
And also, but that can be just like your blade. So there's only a few instances where we're even having to do more pressure, really.
Yeah, more pressure is great when when you need it, but I don't think it's something that you need to always be doing.
Right.
But it's great for when you need it.
I cut some Dollar Tree peel and stick, and like it sort of cut through on regular premium vinyl removable mat, but I applied more pressure and it cut a little bit further through. So there's like some instances where that's gonna work for you. It is nice to have that because you just need a little bit. You just need a little bit more sometimes, you know?
Right. And we also kind of started trusting our Cricut a little bit more. We used to cut on more pressure all the time.
Yeah, it was the Cricut we were using though, because we finally replaced it. Because we would like replace the blade and we would change the settings and it just wouldn't cut. I think we just had a bad Cricut for a minute there. This is Caesar transfer tape Lauren's using.
Yes.
I love Caesar transfer tape. It's one of my faves.
It is my fave. For sure my fave.
For sure.
Okay, so now that we have our stencil, I'm gonna bring this back in view. I'm gonna use my little floral foam here to prop up this handle. And just excuse me if my big old head gets in the way. I'm trying my best to keep this straight, okay?
It's a weird angle. I don't know if y'all can tell like from the camera angle, but it's a weird angle for us to get things straight sometimes.
It really is. So what I like to do is, which this one will be fine this way, okay. Once you get, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can do the taco method, or if you're working with something on this side, another thing that I like to do is make sure that I line it up on that side so it's perfect there. And then to get like the bubbles out, go from one side, especially on a curved surface, go from one side to the other. So taco method is what we normally do.
Yes.
But this tends to just work for me just so I can make sure I get all of the bubbles out on a curved surface.
Are you gonna name that method?
No. I don't know what to name it.
Hot dog method?
No, it's not as much of a hot dog fold.
The knockoff taco?
The knockoff taco? The street taco?
Taco dupe? Taco method dupe?
I don't know. But when it comes to putting your stencil down, you want to make sure that you come in and really get, and we can like lay this down, and then we're gonna go ahead and take this transfer tape off. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come in and make sure that all of my edges of my stencil are down super good.
Sarah Phillips says burrito method.
Burrito.
That's funny.
Okay, this is the issue that I kind of ran into the last time, is the middle of my letters for some reason not wanting to stick.
Sometimes that stencil vinyl, so the stencil vinyl is like not as tacky, and I have this issue sometimes too, and like I want to use it for projects like this. But
and really and truly like permanent vinyl probably would have been better.
Or even like maybe like just removable vinyl, because it's meant to stick to surfaces like this. Even though stencil vinyl is technically meant to stick to most surfaces still. I don't know. I had issues with it whenever we did the etching the mirror. Like some of the pieces wanted to come up. But you know, that's kind of the nature of vinyl on slick surfaces like glass and mirrors and things like that. So you just have to know it's going to happen and make sure you burnish it down good.
But this is my little trick. If this happens, I will bring a weeding tool or something, use a weeding tool and just kind of get between the transfer tape and either vinyl or permanent vinyl, removable vinyl, stencil vinyl, whatever, and lay it down with the end of it.
Yeah, I like that little weeder tool method you're doing there. Does anybody else feel like this is the longest week ever, or is it just me and Lauren? And Courtney said it too. Me and Lauren thought it was Thursday on Monday because we live streamed. And then today, it's felt like the longest day ever. It feels like Thursday again today.
Like we're so close
Sadie's
to the
shaking her
weekend.
head, yes, too. So, anybody else feel like it's Groundhog Day? Or is it just us?
Is it just us? Are we just crazy?
I also feel like every time that I feel like it's a long week, so does everyone else. So, like, what's going on in the universe? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does everyone feel like it's been the longest week at the same time?
I know.
So funny. Tara's asking about cleaning it with alcohol first.
I don't, just because we're going to be adding that armor edge to it, and I don't know, I just didn't.
We do sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Now, if I'm trying to add permanent vinyl and I want it to, like, for sure stay and not go anywhere, then yes, I do use alcohol.
Yeah.
This, because I'm going to be etching it, I just didn't. No,
You're going to be pulling it off in, in 10 minutes anyway,
yeah.
So.
Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going through and making sure that all of my edges are down very well. The centers of my stencil are down.
Jennifer says, I told someone at work yesterday to have a great weekend. That's how I feel.
That's so funny because Courtney said this morning when we asked her about it, she said, I was walking out of here yesterday and I almost turned around and told you guys, have a great weekend.
And it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
Okay, so now that we have our stencil down, we're gonna get our stab you in the eye paintbrush.
Poke your eye out.
Poke your eye out. And you know what? It's a good thing it's long because this armor etch is down toward the bottom. And we're just gonna grab some armor etch, and we're just going to tap it on to our stencil.
I'm sorry.
What?
That paintbrush is gigantic.
Stop.
Like, are we at camera angle 1 or are we overhead?
One now.
It's literally so big. Lauren's painting from the ceiling. She's like, you can just apply this armor.
Stop. We're delusional today. We're actually delusional.
Oh, that's so funny. Sometimes we try not to do this because what we'll do is film in the mornings and then we'll have a live stream and we try to take a break in between, and we did sort of have a 45-minute break.
It was not 45 minutes, I'll tell you that.
It wasn't long enough because we had to eat and curl our hair and go buy lottery tickets. There was a lot of things we had to do. So anyways, when we film, I feel like we get a little loopy.
We did get a little loopy.
Or we're completely silent and can't have nothing funny to say. So excuse us is what I'm trying to say.
Excuse us.
That's so funny.
So what I like to do, and this is just my method of using armor etch. I don't really brush it on. I kind of just dab it where I need it because this is reusable. Once this sits here, I can come back in with this paintbrush and get all of this excess off of here and put it back in the bottle, which is what I'm going to do before we wash it off. But I just like to dab.
You're
dab,
better
dab,
than me. I don't do that. Lauren does like to do that, and I just don't be doing it. I probably should though, because we use a lot of etching. We use ours a lot. So Sarah has a good question. What's the difference between the Cricut membership versus the one you guys have? I wish I could still use my cartridges. You can't, right? So no, you can't use your cartridges. The cartridges for the machine that you have should work for your machine still, right? But you can't, that machine doesn't use SVGs like we have. What that version of that machine uses
the old machine.
Only.
So I thought, honestly, I don't really know a ton about the old machines.
Right.
I wish Tanner was here because Tanner does.
He knows all the things about it.
I will tell you this. I know that my mom had one that had cartridges, and it sat in the basement and didn't get used because we didn't know how to use it.
So, but you can only use cartridges with those ones, right? I swear, I think that you can, like, that's the only way. And then, like, the newer machines are the ones that you can use the SVGs and PNGs and all that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm going to look into that because I need to know for sure.
But she asked what was the difference between our membership and Cricut's membership. So the biggest difference between our membership and Cricut's membership is if you have Cricut Access, obviously you can use all of their files. Also, do you care to start a timer for 10 minutes, please?
Yes, and Lewis says that you can link your cartridges into Design Space.
That's what I thought you could do. I thought you could.
Okay, that's
But
nice.
I didn't want to say it because I wasn't 100% sure.
Right.
Anyway, the difference between our membership and Cricut's membership, or the biggest difference that I think, is Cricut has a very large library. Great. Love that for them. We love the Cricut membership. Full transparency, we do have it. Do we use it? No, we don't. Because we use our own membership, we use our own cut files. But the biggest difference is you get the commercial use license for the files that we have on our website, meaning you can make stuff using our files, and we're not gonna come around and sue you, whatever. You do have commercial use license. The second biggest thing is once you download a file from our website, if you decide, let's say you sign up for a yearly membership and next year you're just like, you know what, I've come on some financial hardships, I don't have the money to renew, so I'm gonna have to cancel or pause my membership for a minute, and I'll come back, you still have access to all of those files that you downloaded and fonts from our website, like they are yours. Now, the commercial use license then reverts back to personal use, but you still have those files and you have everything that you've worked on. If you have Cricut Access and you have, let's say, created different projects using Cricut Access files, if you discontinue using Cricut Access, you then no longer have access to the projects you've created using Cricut Access files. That's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge. So that's my spiel on why I think that the biggest difference between the two memberships. So we're letting this sit. It says on the bottle to let it sit for 1 to 3 minutes. I'm an overachiever. I normally do 10 minutes anyway, so we're just gonna leave it for 10 minutes and then we're gonna come back. In the meantime, we are going to measure and cut our backers for our lottery tickets.
Someone was saying that Caesar HTV is so expensive. Can you let us know where to find cheaper than Amazon? Find it for cheaper than Amazon. But we purchased first of all, we purchased our Caesar HTV from 143 Vinyl. And it is not, it may be a little bit more expensive than other vinyls. I don't know though. I don't know. I would have to price compare, but I will tell you this. Whenever you're using Caesar HTV compared to other HTVs, you're going to get a better weeding time.
Yes.
It's going to adhere for longer. The quality is like eons better than the majority of vinyls that we've used here. So we are diehard Caesar Easy Weed. It's just good. It's our bread and butter. Like, we love it. And we've tested out lots of different kinds of vinyl around here too. So
yes,
that's just our spiel on it.
Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we are going to size our lottery tickets. And I saw where Jennifer said that you can't buy lottery tickets in Utah where she's at. This would also be something super cute if you did like your own little
like coupons.
Yes. So like 1 free yard mow or 1 free dinner for dad or 1 night off for dad. I know I feel like we talk about moms needing off too, but there are some hardworking dads out there that could use a day off or a night off.
For sure.
So what I did is I just measured our lottery tickets. So these are going to be a standard like 4 by 2.5, and all of these are the same size. So we're going to go back to Design Space. We are done with this. We're just going to grab a basic shape. We're going to grab our square again. We are going to unlock it, and I said it was 4 inches in width. So this is just going to depend on how large of a overhang you want to leave. You can do 4.5, 4.25, whatever you want. I think we're going to go with 4.25 this time. And our height, we said, was 2.5, so I think I'm going to go 2.75 on that one. And we're done with this, so I'm going to delete this out. And we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, so I'm just going to duplicate this 4 more times. Okay? So now I have 5 of these. It's going to go behind my smaller lottery tickets. We'll go back overhead. This one is going to be, I think it's like a 4x4. Yep. So we're going to pull in our shape again, another square. This one, I'm going to leave it locked because it is a 4x4, so we're going to do a 4.25, and it should automatically go to what we need. Perfect. And then our last one is going to be a 4x6. So once again, we're actually just going to duplicate this guy. 4.25, we're going to unlock it. The height was 6, and we're just going to change this to 6.25. And there we go. Now we have all of the backers for our lottery tickets.
Love it. That was so fast.
Very fast.
We've still got 4 minutes left on our etching cream to sit. So.
Look, if we really hurry, we might even have the Cricut may actually cut them all out for us.
Heck yeah.
So now we are going to be working with a couple of pieces of, let's just do this one. We'll do this one. We're going to be working with a couple of pieces of cardstock that we have actually cut from. So this one.
Miranda is asking where you save your projects at. Like if you ended Cricut Access, you can still save your projects in Design Space. So they won't go away, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, your projects, you still save them in Design Space. It's just some of them are, you're not going to have access to the ones where you used Cricut Access files, if that makes any sense.
Yes, if you use our files, they will stay in Cricut Design Space.
Oh no.
What?
It's like a hair, just a teeny hair too long.
It can't go on the left side?
Let me try it. No.
Oh, darn.
Darn it.
Will it fit on the other one?
Yeah.
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 So disappointed.
If it has to. So we're going to move this object because looking at, if we'll go overhead, looking at this, because I do have these two missing, we're going to have to move it because it comes down past the 9-inch mark here, you can see, and right here is our 9 inches, so we're not going to have enough room. We're going to hit these 3 dots. We're going to move the object to the other mat, confirm that. It'll be over here. We'll come back to that in a minute, and then we're just going to cut these, okay? So now we're going to go to continue. We are going to be cutting this on glitter cardstock.
And if you all like this and you're really into crafting gifts, we posted a video on yesterday. I was going to say on Tuesday as if it were like 3 days ago because my week is messed up. But yesterday, a video went out on a DIY 3D paper baseball cap.
Yes.
So after y'all watch this one, if you're like still in the mood and want to watch some more Father's Day gift things, it's so easy to make. If you're a member, you'll get the file already. And it's just a cute little, it's like a gift box and it looks like a baseball cap. It's so cute.
It's very cute.
I love it.
It's a great one.
It's a little more time consuming than this one, I'll say that. But
so what I'm doing now while that's cutting and my etching cream is doing its thing, I'm just coming in here with my foam squares and we're just gonna add these to the backs of our lottery tickets. Now you probably don't have to go overboard and add 4 like I am, but you know.
It makes them look good whenever you do 4. I wouldn't do any less than 2, like 1 on each side.
Right.
If you do one in the middle, like the lottery tickets kind of bow up on the side.
Well, the one in the middle, I'll tell you why I'm not doing the one in the middle. Because we're actually going to be gluing the, dowel or the skewers to the glitter cardstock and then attaching this to the glitter cardstock so that you can take it off and it's not going to like rip the lottery ticket.
Oh yeah.
That's why I did it that way.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so this one is ready to come off. So I have all of these. We'll remove these off the mat. If you all are not paper crafters, this is the best way, in my opinion, to remove paper off of the mat. It's flipping your mat upside down and turning it. Just be careful not to snap your mat, but it really is a game changer.
Okay.
So now we're gonna.
Time is up on your thing.
Okay, well let me get these started and then we will move on. Let me edit this because we have little stuff up there in the corner. I'm just gonna pull this guy down and then that guy can stay there and this guy can stay here because I've got little things in the corner. So we're just gonna hit done, browse, going back to glitter, cardstock, done, default pressure, putting that guy in there. And honestly, y'all, if your etching cream stays on there a little longer than the 10 minutes, it's okay. And since I'm in a groove right now, I'm just gonna let it sit for just a few more seconds.
It doesn't hurt it at all. Honestly,
Not
it
at
makes
all.
it better, really.
Yeah. And then we're just going to be adding in, well, I put that one on crooked. Crooked as a dog's hind leg. I don't know if y'all have ever heard that saying or not, but it's one of my favorites. That euphemism.
Here in East Tennessee.
I may sound like a little hick, but
We love a good euphemism here.
we love euphemisms. Okay.
I mean, I've told you that Trey like doesn't even say yes anymore. He only says, "Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle?"
Yep.
That's all he says. He doesn't even say yes. I swear. You could ask him anything. Next time you see him, just be like, "Hey, did you have a good day?" He'd say, "Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle?" So funny.
Okay. Now, once again, removing our cardstock, flipping our mat, and letting gravity pull our cardstock down. Favorite way to do that. Love that. Okay, so now we have all of our glitter backers done. We have all of our foam squares on our lottery tickets. We're gonna set those to the side for just a minute, and we're gonna pull in our glass, and I'm gonna open up my etching cream back up, grab my brush, and I'm just gonna start scooping this off and putting it back in the bottle.
This is commitment, you guys.
Alicia would have just taken it to the sink and washed it all off. And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's who I am as a
If
person.
that is your prerogative, more power to you. You know what? I saw a little part of that E right there that I did not get. Just a little tip of the
Darn.
E. Darn. Well, we'll just have to let it sit for just a few more minutes then.
That's okay.
We're gonna wipe this off. So that's another thing that I really do like about wiping it off is I can, before going to wash it, I can see if I've missed anything, which I did miss a little part here on the corner of this E, and so I'm gonna leave that there. But I'm just gonna wipe all this, double check everything. And then here in a minute, I'm going to have Alicia go wash this off, and we will remove all of the stencil vinyl so you all can see the end results. Okay. So we're gonna scoot this back over to the side. Bring our backers back in, and what I'm doing now is I'm actually going to, because I don't need the dowels, all of the dowels to be that long, Actually, I don't think I need any of them to be that long. I'm just gonna come in here and I'm gonna cut my dowels. Or skewers, whatever you use.
Just snap that thing off.
I'm just trying to make it a little bit, a little better than just snapping that
Karate
sucker.
chop it off.
You know,
They
give
need
me a
to
little
make
bit of a guide.
And y'all can tell me, like, I feel like you could use wire cutters for this, but they need to make dowel cutters for crafters. Like, I feel like I never know. I'm like, I could use scissors. Do I want to ruin my scissors? No.
No.
I could use wire cutters, but, like, that's not really what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a good dowel cutting.
Yeah.
Cutter.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our dowels, and I am going to, and I'm not going to cut all, if you can see, I didn't cut all of my dowels because I want them all at different heights. So I'm just going to take my hot glue gun, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the end of that dowel, and we're just going to place it down on our glitter cardstock, and then we're just going to continue with all of them. And I do think I'm going to put, do I want that guy on a tall dowel or a skinny? We'll put him on a tall.
I was thinking tall, too.
Yeah. We'll put this guy on the tall.
Dorothy says garden nippers for the dowels. That's a good idea. Lynn says dog nail trimmers. Okay. Miter knife. Kim says they have a miter knife. Oh, that's a good idea. I never thought to use one of those. Okay. Well, thanks for all the suggestions, everybody.
Love them.
Love that. What are y'all doing for vacay? I feel like vacation is like here. It's like vacay time. We were just talking about it earlier. I'm going to Chicago next weekend, and then we're going to Garden City or Murrells Inlet. Lauren's going to go to the beach somewhere.
I don't know yet.
Undecided. Sadie, you're going to Charleston? I love Charleston. It's so nice. Would glue dots work for this? I feel like the foam dots are going to rip some of the lottery ticket when you try to take them off and mess up the barcodes on the back. What are your thoughts?
Well, let's just try to take one of them off real quick.
See what happens.
Actually, let's go ahead and bring this guy in and try to take one of them off the back of this one.
So if we do win the lottery, do we have to share it with each other?
I don't know.
What if we win like a bunch of money for reals? There's a possibility. Heather's going to be in Chicago around the 4th. We're coming back. We'll just be there next weekend. So I have family in Chicago too.
So I'm taking the foam squares off, and y'all, I have like pressed these on hard because we'll walk through the office, and sometimes these will come up just a little bit, and I'll just like squeeze them. So I'm taking the foam squares off, and as long as you're careful, it's not messing that one up.
Okay. Do they have to scan the back like if you win? Like, is it important that we keep it the integrity of the lottery ticket, I'm assuming?
They do scan it, I think. It's been I don't know. I think I've only scratched off a couple, just to be real honest.
I know. I don't think I played since I was 18.
And I did win, but I never turned it in.
What?
It was like a $5.
But then you go and buy like more.
I know. That's why I didn't turn it in, because I knew I would walk in there and want to buy more.
That's so funny. Sin, listen, I told Lauren, I said, I think Sin is close to Chicago. Well, we put in where you're at, and we thought it was like 6 hours away. So.
Okay, this is set. It's good. I'm handing this over to Alicia, and I'm going to have her wash this off for us. Go ahead and wash the eye stabber while you're at it, please.
Okay.
Thanks, ma'am.
I was like, what's an
eye stabber?
I thought, what's an eye stabber? But you said eye stabber.
That is. Okay, so now once you have your dowels or skewers on there, we're just going to come in here and take off the back of our lottery tickets, or foam squares. And we're just going to place them onto our glitter cardstock. So cute. Let's see which ones I want to use. I didn't bring, oh, I like that one, the Lucky Sevens. Let's use it. If you win, it's lunch for the office, is what Jennifer says. Let's see. Ren says Disney World in 2 weeks. So much fun. Love Disney World. So I don't know if you all see what I'm doing and why I did it this way. The reason that I'm gluing the dowels to the front of the glitter cardstock instead of to the back is so that you can't see the dowels on the back. So it's kind of sandwiched in between the lottery tickets and the back. That's why I did it. And I really wanted to be extra and like put another piece of glitter cardstock on the back, which you could do, but it's completely up to you. So anyway. Yeah, I think there is an area on the front of these that they can scan as well if something happens to the back. Thank you.
That etched really good. I can already tell. Like, that made me think of when we did ours last week, and I used a Walmart dollar spot mirror, and we left it on for the same amount of time about that we left this one on, and it didn't etch as well. And someone was saying that all glass isn't created equal. So, like, sometimes you get different qualities of glasses, and some are going to etch better than others. So just know that whenever you do this craft.
Keep that in mind.
Yes.
We're just gonna, this is honestly the most time consuming is peeling off the backs of these little foam squares. Otherwise, it's just such a quick, easy little craft. Okay, so we still have a couple more and we'll do that here in a minute, but I want to bring in our etched mug so you all can see how well this did. I don't know if they can see it better with or without the paper towel. Without. There. Nice. Look how well that etched, y'all.
Nice and crispy.
Okay, I will in just a minute. Let me get all of this
out. 6 hours away is not far. 6 hours.
It's not.
The drive to Chicago is 8 hours and we're flying. I'm like, which, to be fair, we're going to Chicago and then like coming home and then going back to the beach. And I was like, we're going to drive to one and fly to one. I'm not going to do both because I have a 1.5-year-old and I'm pregnant and I'm just not feeling, I don't want to be in a car for that many hours.
Okay, let me get all this off my fingers and I will hold it up so you guys can see it.
Yay!
Now.
That looks good. That's profesh.
So we have it on this side and on this side. This side I did a little bigger, I can tell.
Yeah, but it's okay. They look good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so now what you're gonna do once you have your lottery tickets done and I think I'm just gonna like use some of these that I have already glued on to show you how I like to arrange them. So what I did and what I like to do is we want to try to hide the foam square, so the floral foam, we want to try to hide it. So what I did is I took my floral foam, put it in the middle of our tissue paper, and I'm actually gonna up this way because it has to be fit with like in here so it can't be thick. It has to kind of be tall and skinny. But we're gonna place it inside our tissue paper like this, and then you're going to place it down in the cup and kind of arrange your tissue paper, and then we will add some more here in a minute. So once you have done that, then you are going to come in and start adding in your lottery tickets, placing them different places. And I think what I'm gonna do I'm going to grab a second sheet of tissue paper. And I think, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna do this one. Let's do this. And I'm gonna, because my floral foam, I'm just gonna kind of, we're gonna tear it in half, and I'm gonna crumple it up, and I'll show you why in just a second. Because it's gonna offer a little bit more support on the top for that floral foam. That way when I come in here, it's not moving back and forth. There we go. And then you're just going to start arranging all of your, so we've got Ruby here. We're gonna put this one, actually I want Ruby to be pretty tall. And this one is gonna go in here.
I just realized one was emerald and one was ruby.
Uh-huh.
That reminds me, that's so funny that I did that, because my dad when I was pregnant with Ruby, I had a fiddle fig plant. It sounds like a really random story, but I promise it's gonna make full circle. I had a fiddle fig plant that I bought from Aldi's. I was so proud of it, but I kept like not helping it grow. And my dad is like a plant whisperer. So I gave the fiddle fig to my dad, and he propagated it, and he said, what do you want to name the other fiddle fig? And I was like, Emerald, because my daughter's name is Ruby. And so it was like we had two little fiddle figs growing, and it was while I was pregnant, so we like grew the plant while I was growing growing the baby.
You were growing the baby while you were growing the plant.
Yes. And I didn't even realize, and I bought those today, so that's funny that I did that.
Oops. So that one's gonna go down a little bit. So you wanna have different heights. You have your taller ones in the back, your shorter ones are gonna go in the front over to the side. And then we'll even do another little short one right here. We'll do this little guy up front. And then we'll do this other guy here. And then you're gonna fix your tissue paper, and that's it.
How cute.
Look.
I love it. I
So
think
too.
you could even add in like little candy pieces on there and just glue them to dowels as well.
Oh, for sure.
That's so stinking cute. I love it.
I feel like it's in my face.
It's tall. That's like a good, like substantial gift. I would be happy to receive that.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I'm not a father, but
I would still be happy to receive it.
yes.
I'm going to be happy to scratch these off here in a minute, too.
Yes, if we win the lottery, we'll let you guys know.
We'll let you know.
So that's it. I hope you guys liked it. If you do create this and you remember, put it in our Members Only Facebook group. We love to see it.
Absolutely.
If you missed our spiel about our Father's Day sale, we are doing $30 off the yearly membership today with code FLASH30. We would love for you guys to be members. We do lots of fun stuff. Maybe I'm biased. And tomorrow, if you sign up today, you'll get to be in our masterclass, which is tomorrow. That is a Zoom masterclass, so we're like chit-chatting back and forth with you all and crafting in real time.
Yes.
So love that. And yeah, does anybody have questions?
Now is a great time to ask questions.
Yeah.
We love taking your questions, which we try to address them during our live if you have any questions as well. But if you have any other questions that you want to ask us, now's your chance.
Feel free.
Now is your chance.
I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to tell you guys. We're doing over the masterclass.
Yes.
We're doing a live stream next week, sublimating on wood. Is that your car charms? Your cutesy car charms?
It is.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a sublimation craft next week. If y'all have not seen any of our sublimation videos, that'd be a good one to tune into.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that's a fun sublimation craft.
We're going to be, I have to think, like, it's been so long since I made these, but we're taking, like, just wooden...
like ornaments.
Ornaments, yes. And we're turning them into car charms, which I think you all are going to like. Your mind is going to be like,
and
when you
so
see
cute.
when you see how easy it is.
And like they look so good.
Yes.
This is a sellable craft.
Oh, for sure.
Like if I saw these at a craft show, I'd be like, I need one for everyone that I know. They're very cute.
Somebody asked us how many we used. For this one specifically, we used 6, but you can use as many as you want to like fit in your cup. Like
fill it up.
Fill it all the way up.
Yeah. And you can always just tack the other ones in the empty spaces.
Yes. Yes, it's a very cute gift for the dad who has everything.
Oh, for sure.
And
for
fun.
Sure. Yeah. I love it. Look, they had several beer mugs and didn't know what to do with them.
There you go. Etch them with a funny like saying on them.
Yes.
And then put some lottery tickets
Should I run really quick and grab our masterclass and show them?
Or they want to see it?
Somebody was asking.
Yeah.
Just to show you guys.
Yeah.
Because
it's super cute.
Yeah, and it's only posted in a photo in the members only group. So like no one else would see it unless they're a member.
So tomorrow what we are going to be doing is we're taking, if you weren't around earlier when we were talking about it, we're going way back old school. We're taking recycled soup cans and we are turning it into a piece of wall art. And y'all, I'm just gonna be the first to say, Lauren had zero faith in this. Like I don't want to be that, but
in
I
this
was
craft?
like, yes.
Alicia
blew it out of the water.
I think it turned out really cute.
It turned out amazing.
Here, we'll put it here so you guys can see it.
Like I am obsessed with it. I think it's so cute.
Yeah, and like y'all, those are like green bean cans.
Yes.
Or would we get peaches and green beans?
Yes.
And so we just took the cans. I'm going to show you all how to smash them, attach them. We added some florals. This is HTV down here. So I don't know. I feel like it turned out good.
I think it's super cute.
Old school crafting. Love it.
Yes.
So hopefully we will see some of you all in there for this tomorrow. If you've been on the fence about becoming a member, you can be there for this class tomorrow with us. And then if for some reason you decide to sign up and it's not before tomorrow, it's the next day, all of our master classes stay in our membership, so you can always go back and watch them there.
Yes.
So, all right.
Somebody asked us, what is the best heat press? A small one to buy. I got one from Amazon, but it don't do the trick, or don't do the job. So the one that we normally use is a larger heat press. Mm-hmm. When we use a heat press, and it really depends on what you're using it for. If you're sublimating, then I would suggest going ahead and getting a larger one.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing vinyl, then if I'm doing like vinyl on a shirt or really on anything, I go for a mini easy press.
Mm-hmm. All day.
Most of the time, if the only time that I know that I need a heat press, there's 2 instances. Sublimation, because you have to have the pressure for the sublimation to work properly.
Right.
And it has to be steel, and puff vinyl. Mm-hmm. Those are your 2 instances that I have found that you need a
Like you absolutely need one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but as far as what brand, we've used the HTV Ront Auto Press. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what brand you got. I've heard that people like the Tussie brand.
Yeah, I've heard of the Tussie before.
I've heard of it. We don't have one. We have given quite a few of them away.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of good things about them. But there's all kinds of things. Definitely, my advice, if you don't want to spend a ton of money, because the one that we have and we use, not gonna lie, it costs a pretty penny.
Mm-hmm. It's an expensive one, which we use it all the time.
We use it all the time.
It makes sense for us to have it.
Uh-huh.
But I always recommend to read reviews on Amazon before you purchase anything.
Yes.
People will tell you what they think. And if they say something that they don't like about it, that you really, it's important to you, that's going to be your red flag to not order it. So.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see you all tomorrow if you're a member. And then next Wednesday, we'll be live with you all as well. And then, like we were saying earlier, if you're looking for other Father's Day crafts, we did a baseball cap video. It's a paper craft. We posted it yesterday. You all can go back on the channel and watch that as well. And
Megan said, did you see the HTV Ront Auto Tumbler Press? No, but I'm going to look at it now.
Yes. Thank you for informing us.
Thanks, but no thanks. Now I'm going to feel like something else we need to get.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll see you all in the next one.